Welcome to Fashion Savages with Jay Simon on the biggest night in fashion. Oscars and Vanity Fair red carpet lit up last night, so I had to usher in my fabulous girlfriend, celebrity makeup artist to the A-listers only darling, Kym Lee. So are you ready to go over all of this glam?
I am so excited to go over tonight's glam and to talk about all of the latest and the greatest fashion trends.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. But before we do, we are going to now rename me to the fashion forecaster because last episode, all of my predictions came true last night on the red carpet. Let's get into it. So grab your champagne and let's get this night started.
Oh, fashion savages, no, you cannot handle this. Fashion savages.
So starting out the night of the Oscars red carpet is the show-stopping Cynthia Erivo.
Yes.
In Louis Vuitton.
Listen, I did not expect this from Louis Vuitton. Did you?
Let me tell you, Louis Vuitton tends to give us this big, huge, decadent moment for the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
We never see it on the runway, but when the red carpet hits, they blow our minds with these big, decadent, beautiful, old world design gowns. Mm-hmm. And she was the perfect person to wear it. The color was spot on. The shape was spot on. It gave me very much Wicked Elphaba green villain vibes, darling.
Honey, El Fatty.
Love. Fatty. Then after that stunning red carpet moment, she stunned us opening up the Oscars, singing her theme song from Wicked in a immaculate Vivienne Westwood circa 1997 archive bridal closing gown.
It was whimsical. It was gorgeous. It was so amazing. And it made her look soft and it made her look very, very, just very ladylike, just amazing.
Let me tell you something. When you make it and you get your first coin to step into this gown, it's the moment that you know you have arrived. This archive, Vivienne Westwood, is the greatest bridal moment of all time. This is what Carrie Bradshaw should have had in the movie. This dress, the details of the flowers, the staining of the bottom of the tulle, the wrap and ruching of the taffeta, the dress was a dream and she sounded a dream in it.
Yes, and it was every bride's dream come true.
Yes, it was.
You know, it was almost like Romeo has swept me off.
Yes,
my feet.
it was.
That's what it gave. It was just a gorgeous moment.
It was Vivienne Westwood at its finest.
Absolutely.
Next, we have Ariana Grande in a Schiaparelli, straight from Couture Fashion Week, darling.
Now, listen, I love this look, but not on Ariana. And I didn't like it on Ariana because I felt like she was afraid of it.
Okay.
She looked like, I don't know if I like it.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
The dress was sure, but she wasn't.
Oh, you know, Schiaparelli is always short, darling. But for me, I felt opposite. I felt like she's been hiding in all these big dresses. We keep seeing Ariana give us these princess cuts. And this cut was the first time where I felt like she looked young, youthful, and sleek. I felt like it really embodied her small frame, but it still gave us the big whimsical look that she liked without her looking like she was being swallowed in her dress.
So let's blame the photographer.
Let's blame the photographer. Absolutely. Then, of course, Ariana opened up the Oscars with Cynthia in another Schiaparelli, darling, with a beautiful crystal stiletto coming from the back, giving us old glamorous Dorothy, darling.
I love this color. I mean, this Courant was just absolutely stunning on her complexion. Now, this is the color I love on her. I love her in rich, vibrant jewel tones because she is very, very peaked.
Yes.
She can look a little peaked.
Yes, she can.
So I love this color.
And on stage in that gown, I felt that her hair, her makeup, the dress, everything flowed so beautifully. She sounded amazing. It was a star-studded moment.
Absolutely.
For sure. Next, we have the stunner of the season that has just been slaying every red carpet, Miss Demi Moore in Armani Prevay.
50 wear, honey.
50
Is she 50
wear.
60?
50 wear, because I think it's giving 30.
It's given 30, and she looks amazing. It is certainly a Barbie moment to me.
It's a Barbie moment.
It's a classic moment. And although we've seen this cut of gown many times before, but Demi just embodies old Hollywood glam, and she has done it in such an amazing way. I've enjoyed this look.
Absolutely. And I have to go back to the last episode when the referencing. So I gave you the Schiaparelli that we just saw Ariana in. And then I talked about Armani Privé and the couture, how effortless it was, and it was a wealthy woman. And that is exactly what Demi did on the red carpet in that Privé. It was so chic. It was so effortless. It was a woman that is just empowered. She knows who she is. She just showed up. She's no longer trying. It's the end of red carpet season, and she said, I'm here, I'm rich, I'm Demi, and I'm fabulous.
And I'm expensive.
And I'm very expensive, darling.
You cannot afford me.
You cannot afford it. You gotta pre-pay. Next word, we have Doja Cat and a custom Balmain.
Balmain. Listen, I felt like this Balmain gown, and I know we're going to have some odds. We're going to agree to disagree.
Okay.
I did not like this for an Oscar moment. I like this for a Vanity Fair moment.
Okay.
I felt like this gown should have been premiered at Vanity Fair, and she should have taken it up a notch at Oscars.
Okay. So, this dress, a little history on the dress.
Okay.
The dress is an actual custom remake of the original Balmain by Pierre Balmain back in the 1950s. Now, the newer version of it, I felt that Doja Cat pulled off very well. But where it fell short for me was the hair. Now, I love the natural look. I really like the natural look, but I feel like instead of them heightening her hair, I would have loved it laid. I would have loved it really sleek. And it would have brought that old world Hollywood moment that we were looking for. Or even if they kept the short hair and gave her a headpiece. Nasty veil or something.
Oh, nasty veil over one.
I would have loved.
Listen, if you have not gotten your notebooks and pens out, Jay is schooling us, okay? I love all the history of that.
This session, darling. So next we have Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm just passed out. Please revive me.
Whoopi Goldberg and a Christian Siriano.
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
I was so excited to see her show up in a gown. I was so over the oversized men-inspired clothes.
Yes.
I wanted to see her snatch. I need that girdle, Whoopi. Tell me exactly where you got it, because Whoopi's waist was non-existent. It was incredible.
Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going back to predictions.
Okay.
Y'all remember I talked about Christian Siriano and his new collection and how it was all over the place. But guess what? This is a moment where I told you that I love him and I'm glad to see the clothes off the runway. The show was all over the place. But to see the looks on the stars on the red carpet and the real vision come together, I lived. Whoopi Goldberg has never looked better on a red carpet.
Ever.
That dress was astounding on her. 10s across the board, darling.
10 out of 10. And she showed up. She was a lady and showed up with her lady, and I love her.
Yes, ma'am. So we have to take a toast on this one. Because she may have broke history last night for being the first Dominican actress to win an Oscar. But what she did not do was break history with this horrific of a dress.
When I said
Zoe Saldana in this Saint Laurent.
Let me tell you something. When I say Saint Laurent,
Saint Laurent. And I hate to do that with Saint Laurent. How could Saint Laurent be one of the chicest houses in the world and send this on a red carpet?
It was horrific. I'm telling you, if it just had some crinoline in it, if it just had some fluffing, because she's so small frame, she could have done the beautiful bellowing gown. I don't understand. Did they leave out some of the material?
The only thing that I liked was the corset and the glove.
That's it. That's all.
She could have left the rest in the back with her stylist.
Like some dude?
She could have left the back with the stylist because it is horrific. I hate the color. I hate the shape. It's not flattering. It was not a moment for her to come and win an Oscar and break history. I feel like the dress should have spoke that she was here to win, and she was not here to win in that dress.
Her stylist was sad. Her stylist was either mad at her or sad at the moment.
Yes, very depressed. On to the next will be Coco Jones and Coach. I'm going to let you go, Kym.
Coco Jones, I just feel like she's so young and youthful. I usually love her makeup and hair.
Yes.
I feel like we could have done something different if we were going to go with that style of gown. I would have liked to see her hair up. I would have liked to see more jewelry.
Yeah.
She's young.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we've seen the gown before, and I also feel like the gown was just not flattering. Her décolleté just did not look complete.
Yes.
It just needed something else, and I was just very disappointed. And I love Coco.
Well, I love Coco too, and I'm just going to give it to you straight. She gave me what she gave me at Grammys. Outdated. The dress is outdated. What is this Alice doing? Are you studying those? Are you watching the runways, darling? This look is giving me so outdated, baby. It's 3 years behind. It's giving late, and I need more from Coco because Coco really could be that girl. And it's not giving that girl to late fashions, darling.
Yeah, that inverted hemline was just...
No.
We've seen that before.
I'm asleep. It's a snooze fest. Snooze emoji. Next on to Storm Red and Alexander Vader.
Oh, God. Why would you have me start off with this? This is horrible. And this is actually one of my clients. I've done her makeup several times, many times. I love her. She's a sweet girl. But I feel like this gal just overtook her in the fall.
Yeah.
It just has taken her out of here.
It's a whirlwind, though.
It's a whirlwind.
She done left us like Dorothy.
The belt
hate the dress. Sorry to your client. Death to this dress. The dress is horrific. It ages her. She looks like Little Red Riding Hood. It's just giving me all the fashion faux pas and no's. I don't want to ever see something this frumpy on a young girl like this.
I love her stylist, to be quite honest with you. Jason and I are really cool, but I promise you, like, I was very disappointed. Jason has done some of the red carpet's most noted celebrities.
Yes.
I've never seen Jason dress anybody.
So did Jason Bowden did this work?
Yes.
Jason Bowden did this work. I'm devastated.
I know.
Because I would have never looked at this and thought that was Jason's work.
Never.
And I love Jason. I love all of Jason's work. That dress literally did absolutely nothing for her. On to the next. It's Felicity Jones and Armani Privé, darling. Armani.
You predicted it, and Armani won with this one.
Yes.
This looks like an Oscar.
Yes.
It was just so sleek and so chic, and it was just the simplicity of it on her frame.
Yes.
Was just magical to me.
Magical. There is something about Armani and a gown and a woman in the gown that really takes us to a new place of design. You don't see a hem. You don't know what the fabric is.
Where does
the
it
color
start?
is slight off. It's just so beautiful and chic and amazing. It's just new world glam. It's a new world couture. And I love it on the young girls. The young girls are making Armani the new go-to couture house, like I told you. And I'm so glad to see it.
They just dipped her in that, didn't
Dipped her in it. Just dipped her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. On to the next is her and Ralph Lauren.
Oh, her. She,
darling.
She did it.
She's that girl.
She's that girl.
She's that girl. Now, if you want to come and give us an Americana fashion moment, why not be in Ralph Lauren? And if you're in Ralph Lauren, why not give us a beautiful ball gown with a cowboy belt? How genius and how amazing is this look?
Very smart, very just relevant. I mean, you know what I mean?
Fashion forward.
Very fashion forward.
Yes.
And I thought that the color on her was just stunning. She just looked amazing. I'm glad to see her out of those glasses.
Yes.
I wanted to see her beautiful face and
to see her with new hair. She doesn't have the really big curly hair like she always does. The color is good. The cut is good. The jewels are good. It's just so American style. It is just so beautiful and fresh. That is going to be an archival moment 20 years from now.
Absolutely.
Mark my words. Next, we have Selena Gomez and another Ralph Lauren.
Hello. I thought Selena looked very beautiful. Again, back to the classic look. She's done this before. It looks like I've done this before,
yes, darling.
I've been here before. I'm not afraid of the runway.
Yes.
I'm not afraid of the Oscars red carpet.
Yes.
I've done this. And that's what that gown gave me.
And so let me have my moment with Selena and this beautiful Ralph Lauren. First of all, Ralph Lauren knocked it out the ballpark. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about how Selena Gomez's style team really understands old Hollywood glamour. Mm-hmm. She is so young and she has given us such a high level of glam.
Yes.
That boob line. That bust is something straight out of Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor's closet.
I was thinking Elizabeth Taylor.
I mean, it is so good. The crystals on the dress, the bob just being effortless and tousled, the diamonds, darling, show up and show out every time. Selena Gomez has some of the most beautiful diamonds. I don't think we've seen it since Elizabeth Taylor.
We have not. They had those delivered, honey, when the armor.
Oh, absolutely.
The armor truck, you had to sign for those.
Absolutely.
At least $500,000.
Absolutely.
A dime.
Absolutely. The dress and the moment is just a star-studded. It's what Hollywood stars are made of, and I love it. Next, we have Miley Cyrus and Alexander McQueen.
Miley looks absolutely stunning, and I always love a glove. You know, we love our gloves.
Love a glove.
We love our gloves, especially on a red carpet. I think the dress or the gown is very flattering on her, but I'm 50-50 with it. And I'm usually very confident about my decision about fashion, look, and moment.
Yes.
I'm just not quite sure about this one.
Yes, well, for everybody that watches Fashion Savages, y'all know Miley is always on my best dress list. I normally love what Miley wears, but this Alexander McQueen, for some reason, didn't convey to me. I don't know if it's just too dark, it's a little too gothic, it's just a little, but it is beautiful. It's the Alexander McQueen at its finest, and I really like it, but I think that the hair and the makeup is throwing it all for me. It's a little boring, it's a little blah. I would have liked maybe a red lip, or maybe a updo, maybe a punk rock hairstyle. I would have just liked a little bit more jazz.
Agreed.
It's the hair is just a little too soft. The makeup is too soft to have on such a dark and gothic style dress.
Maybe it was the photographer.
Yeah, leave it to Gaga.
Okay.
So next we have Emma Stone and Louis Vuitton.
Oh, Emma. Emma, it's not Emma's fault. Again, I don't like this neckline. I've never been a fan of this. Is this a boat neck? What is this called?
It's like a jersey neck.
It's a jersey neck. I don't like a jersey neckline. I just don't think it's flattering on anybody. But that is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that the sequin is gorgeous. I love the way the sequin is textured and it moves. I think that is very flattering in that way. But it's the neckline that's throwing it off for me.
And for me, I really love the simplicity of this dress. I think that the neckline is a perfect cut for a small.
Let me get my pen out. Let me get my pen and pen out. Tell me about this gown.
For her boobs to be so small, I think that the neckline is very flattering. And what I really loved about it was that they didn't overkill it with jewelry. They gave her just good skin. It's just good skin with a good nude color, and the texture of the dress is just really good. And I love the short hair. Now, if you're going to show up, you're going to be effortless, this is the way that you do it. I mean, it's just giving me a very Michelle Pfeiffer 80s kind of moment.
Okay.
I really like the short hair. I like the lipstick. The lipstick is deep and dark and smoky. I really like this look for her.
Okay, well, you win. I'll just let you have this one.
Next, we have Lupita and Chanel.
Lupita.
Oh, yes. Is it Lupita? Lupita.
Lupita. Girl. I love Lupita. I love Lupita, and I think that this was a beautiful gown on her. Now, this neckline, very similar to the last one, and I felt like it was beautiful, but I'm not a fan of the bottom of the gown. I think the bottom of the gown ages her a bit, and I think that it could have definitely done something to look, the bow and the gown. It's almost giving me Mother of the Bride.
I hate everything about it.
I just love Lupita.
Lou Chanel. Lupita, sorry for saying the name wrong, because the dress is so underwhelming for me that, like, I just can't even, like, my brain starts frying looking at it. I cannot believe that I'm feeling like this about Chanel. Chanel being my favorite house all my life is just dropping the ball left and right. New Chanel needs a savior really bad. Because this dress, I wouldn't play in this dress. I wouldn't pull this dress in my great-grandmother's closet.
It's Mother of the Bride.
Nothing about this dress is appealing on her.
It's giving Nana.
It's giving Nana. It's giving Nana, darling. Next, we have supermodel Anoke and Marnie.
Oh, this was a moment. And let me just say this for those that are watching. I'm a full-figure girl, so I like a lot of stuff. So as you can see, I have this bow and everything. So anything that has an accessory moment I'm going to always probably love.
Yes.
So I might be a little biased, but I do love the fact that she is wearing this boa. I think that it has just done something for this gown that was fun and racy.
Let's talk about the champagne color of this dress that is so referenced from the 90s. Just really making that dark skin so rich.
Yes.
That beautiful overlay, that black feathered overlay on that gold champagne. I mean, that is money, darling. She is giving us something straight off the runways from 1995, 96, 97, the good years.
Yes.
Those are good supermodel years, and I loved every single moment of this look.
Can I just be honest? I had a bridesmaid's gown, this color, in the 90s.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Champagne. Every girl's prom color, darling. And last but not least is Mother. Get the glass up. The originator of the slay of the red carpet. The originator of how you show up and you make history in fashion on red carpets for years and years and years to come will be none other than a drum roll with my stiletto. Holly Berry and Christian Siriano. This dress, Kym, snatched me out of my soul, took me up to the fashion heavens, laid me down and let me know that Holly will forever be that girl.
And then once that happened, I had to be revived because I passed out.
Passed out. This dress is so amazing. And like I said, to see the collection now come onto the bodies of the woman, Coco Chanel said it best. She said, the woman makes the dress. The collection didn't make it, but the woman in this dress is next level. Everything about this dress is astounding. The color, the shattered pieces, the hair. Holly Berry is the ruler of the red carpet.
Absolutely. And I could not say anything better than what you just said. My exact sentiments to the 10th power. Hallie just outdid herself with this one. You know, for a few years, we were seeing Hallie, she was given a little more of a homely.
Yes.
And
it was the long hair. Holly is not a long hair girl. We don't want long hair from you. We want you refined. That face is so amazing. We need less hair, more glam always.
And you won.
One.
Period.
So, Kym, get your glasses up for a toast for the Ova Shakova fashion moment of the year, Vanity Fair.
Vanity never plays fair.
Vanity never plays fair. Now let's get into these looks, darling. Starting off the red carpet at Vanity Fair last night was Miss Megan Thee Stallion and an unknown designer. But you know me, I'm going to dig some more and I got to find out who made this dress. But she gave us a boob out moment and a beautiful, like, olive green gown. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, Megan just really embodied this gown. I thought that I loved all of the details with the feathers.
Yes.
I loved the color on Megan.
Yes.
I loved her hair up. I loved that it was not stereotypical Megan.
Yes.
It was very classy and it was gorgeous.
Yes. And there was so many comments on social media about her boobs being out. And I thought that she did it to perfection, darling. It was done in an artistic way. It was done in a fashion way, a style way. What more is beautiful than a woman's body? And to celebrate a woman's body is a work of art. And she was a work of art in this beautiful gown.
And that hair color was stunning. I love the fact that the red hair is making a comeback.
Yes.
She deserves it.
Yes.
She earned it.
Yes.
And as I could wear red, I would.
Yes.
I love this color and I love her boobs. I am such a boobologist.
Yes.
I feel like when your boobs sit like that, you should be able to show
You should celebrate them.
Absolutely.
You should celebrate her. She's celebrating her youth, and she did not do it in a raunchy way. This was a work of art. That olive green color on that beautiful melanin skin was to die for. I lived for every second. Next, we have Emma Chamberlain and Jean Paul Gaultier.
Emma worked this look. I love the gothic look. I love the iced hair. I love the gothic makeup. I thought it went very beautifully with this gown. I loved all of the openings in various places places that I don't want to name.
What I tell you, this dress embodies why we do what we do. This is why we love fashion, darling.
This is it.
This dress is snatched from here to kingdom come. This dress is like the inner fashion demon. This isn't going to fashion heaven. We're going to fashion hell, darling. This dress is amazing. The stitching down the side, the corset work, the leather, the color. These colors that are happening on the red carpets and the runway, they're new. They're refreshed. They're like
very refreshing. And
what are these new nudes?
It's almost like that gown you described where you don't know where it stops or starts. You don't know what color. Is it gray? Is it green?
Is it?
What
You
family
don't
does it fall?
know.
Is it slate?
Is it slate? I live for every moment. That is a fashion style moment. I want to see more of this on the red carpets and the runways. I live for every second. Next, we have Keke Palmer and a vintage Versace.
Yes. Now, I wasn't happy with this on Keke, especially just coming from blacks in Hollywood or women in Hollywood. I thought that this one was not my favorite.
Okay.
I did not like as much of her torso out.
Okay.
I just did not agree with this gown on her.
Okay.
Now, she can wear it. Mm-hmm. She can definitely wear it, but it wasn't a favorite for me.
Okay. So for me, I have to be honest, I was on the fence like you at first. When I first saw it, it kind of took me back. But then as I really studied it and looked at it, I said, okay, Keke's having her moment. She's been giving us a lot of high glam. She's been giving us a lot of old school references, a lot of old school, old world fashion, a lot of glamour moments. And I think that this moment, she wanted to own her youth and she wanted to just be sexy. And what better way to do it than Versace? This is actually a vintage Versace from the actual Donatella Versace of early 2000s. And the skirt was changed. I think if they would have kept the skirt as the original reference, I would have loved it more. This skirt was a little bit more covered up, but I think if you want to go there, go all the way.
See, it's just giving me beach vibe. It's giving me pool party.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to see that from her. I wanted to see more, but I still love Keke.
Yeah. You know, Versace is very Miami on the beach.
Very much so.
Yes. Next we have Sarah Paulson and Marc Jacobs. Now, before we get into this look, this is another reference from my last episode. We talked about Marc's collection, these dresses being larger than life. They're animated. What do you think about this look?
Oh, it's my favorite pastry at the market. It is definitely a puff. It's a puff pastry. I hate this gown. I figured I hate this gown. Anything that's going to make my butt look bigger, anything that's going to make my breasts look wider, I hate this gown.
And so this is a moment where it's flopped with Christian Siriano. I did not like the collection, but on the women, I love it. Now with Marc, I love the collection, but now that it's translating to the women, I hate it. This is just, it's not proportion. I will tell you what it reminds me of. It's not even a puff.
What is it? Okay.
All right.
Next.
Next, we're going to
such a lady.
We're going to Tracy Ellis Ross and Alexander Valdez.
Let me tell you something. Tracy can never do wrong. And if any of you say anything about Tracy, we're going to have some problems. Tracy is always going to give me vintage, old school, Diana. This is giving me everything. Lady Sings the Blues. I am looking for Billy D. Williams. Give him to me.
Tracy Ellis Ross is the ball. She is the mother of the queen. She is literally what Blue Ivy is going to be in the next 20 years coming behind Beyonce. She's a fashion killer.
Yeah.
Baby, this look is so out of the ballpark amazing. When I tell you this is what I want to see a Cowboy Carter tour. This is the moment. This is going to be Cowboy Carter.
How can we get this poncho? What's under the poncho? Do you know what's
under the poncho? I don't even know, but in movement, it looked like maybe it was a bodysuit.
Okay.
Or maybe it was a high boot. We don't know what's under the poncho, but the poncho is astounding. These are the looks that we want to see at Cowboy Carter tour. It's so fashion forward. It's just so effortless. Tracy Ellis Ross is one that I love, and she's such a fashion icon because she's going to always play with fashion. Mm-hmm. She's never too serious. She's never too simple. She's always just enough, and she knocked it into the next world.
Clap for Tracy.
Next world fashion. Love it. Next, we have Chrissy Teigen and Andrew Wong.
Chrissy. You know, Chrissy's always a favorite because she's a model, so she always looks beautiful to me in her gown.
Okay.
But this one swallowed her up and spit her out. It looks like she was in a cat fight in the belly of the whale in this. It is no way she came out alive. It is totally swallowed up in this. It is, it's horrific to me.
This look is unforgivable. When I tell you for Chrissy Teigen to be a supermodel, how she keeps putting on these horrendous, horrible looks, and she looks depressed. She looks like she took some medication and walked onto the red carpet and she's lost. I don't know what is going. The dress is frumpy. It's not ironed. It's not stained. The color looks like urine. It's just bad. Yes. What is the reference of this dress? The dress is terrible. The dress is by Andrew Wan.
Andrew. Okay, next.
We have Cara in Gap Studio. Gap, darling, Gap.
Gap has gone into a gown.
I live for every second.
Perfect for a Vanity Fair evening party. The gloves are fun.
Yes.
The hemline is gorgeous.
Yes.
Just a beautiful gown.
And this is a supermodel that knows how to take fashion off a runway, darling, and still slay on the red carpet and anywhere she goes. Cara in this beautiful all jean gown with the jean gloves is next level. To make jeans so chic is so beautiful. And for the occasion of the night of the Oscars at Vanity Fair, you have to be a fashion killer to pull that off.
Absolutely.
Only Rihanna could do something like that.
Yes.
And Cara did it well.
She did very well.
Next, we have her and Valdrin Sahati.
This gown was everything. Did you love it?
Baby, her won last night. Her showed up last night. This dress is next level. Her body, who knew that her body was so good?
Did you see how I just poured my stomach in?
Because the body is good, darling. The body is snatched. The body is good. I love the variations of the fabrications. I love how that heavy draping happens at that waistline. You have to have a good body to pull off something like that. And her did it effortlessly. The choker, the diamonds, the red bed popping. It's just done to perfection. The red lipstick, that is good makeup with good high glam.
It was. And guess what? It was not comfortable either. Let me just say, we're going to give you a 10 out of 10 because we know you weren't comfortable.
10s across the board, darling. Next, we have Mary J. Blige and Gaurav Gupta.
I love your red gown. You look so beautiful.
Why, thank you.
I don't think this was to you.
Oh. So Mary, and I love me some Mary.
We love Mary.
But it's time for Mary to revamp the glam team. I don't know what is going on from the tour to the red carpets. All of a sudden, Mary is giving me Coco. It's dated. It looks so dated. The red is just too dark. The hairs, we've seen it a million times. I mean, her body looks good in it, but it's nothing exciting. It's not like Mary showing up as the icon that Mary is. Mary is literally right now trying to find her way. She's trying to still look young, but I want her to actually look her age now. I wanted some polished looks. We are in the midst of suit wear and 90s fashion, and she was the queen of the 90s.
She was.
If Mary don't throw on a tailored suit and show up on this carpet and give us glowing goddess body under it, I'm not here for that dress.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
No.
But I don't want to talk about Mary.
I love Mary, though. We love you. And my sister loves you so much, she would just choke me right on camera. But at the end of the day, I have to tell you the truth at Fashion Savages. So next we have Victoria Monet in Versace.
Yes, Victoria Monet looks absolutely beautiful. I love this Versace gown. I think the color is stunning on her. It is a beautiful, beautiful. Is this chartreuse? I mean, what color is this? It's just gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful. And I feel like Victoria Monet does Versace so well. She is such a Versace girl. She's young, she's sexy, she's youthful, and I love the simplicity of everything else that's going with the dress. The hair just being tousled with a little highlight, the makeup just being very golden and goddess, you know, the shoe just being closed toe and letting the dress speak. I really think that this moment is just so good. Victoria Monet always gets it.
Absolutely.
Next we have Haley Stanfield and Schiaparelli.
Oh, this gown. Listen, I love this additional piece. similar to mine that I'm wearing.
Yes.
This cat suit.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. I think that it really makes a statement, but the gown is stunning. She could have dropped that and kept walking.
So another reference back from the last episode when I showed you Schiaparelli, this is one of my highlight gowns. The shimmer, the shine, the glistening on this gown is top tier couture. It is such a rich moment. It is so beautiful. I mean, this is moments that fashion is made for, red carpets are made for, and she's stunned in it. I loved everything about it. I love the deep part with the medium length hair. The cape just makes the dress so decadent and beautiful. I mean, this is glamour at its finest.
Absolutely.
Next, we have Sydney Sweeney in Miu Miu.
Miu Miu, this particular colored gown, I only am going to love on a darker complected woman.
Okay.
I feel like the gown is literally eating her up. I don't like the spillage of the boob on the gown. I think the gown has the propensity to be gorgeous.
Okay.
I just can't get past those two things. The color of it, and I also can't get past the cut of it.
Okay. And for me, I think when I first saw the dress, I immediately thought it was Versace. It's a very Versace moment, but it's Miu Miu. I would have never thought. But I think it is so refreshing and youthful. I love the shimmer of this dress, that pale pink. I think it's very Barbie world. We all love a good Barbie moment. I love the highlight and low light of her hair. I thought that her hair really brought this dress out. I mean, I just thought the glam was really good. I love the deep bronzy eyes and makeup that they gave her with that beautiful highlight, low light hair over top of that pale sequin. I just thought it was a beautiful moment. It was a Barbie moment for me.
Okay.
Next, we have Gabrielle Union and another reference of mine, Carolina Herrera, New Runway.
Yes, I love this look on Gabrielle. Gabrielle is hard for her to do wrong. I love, again, the embellishments of her gown. I may have liked a different color choker on her than that one, but I do love the warmth of that gown. It's fun and it's playful, and I think it makes her look very youthful.
So let's talk about how I feel that Gabrielle Union is really an underrated fashion girl. Okay. She slays red carpet.
She does.
Lately, her red carpet moments have been really good. They're new runway, you know, they're high fashion. She's polished. She serves her poses. I really want her to be more in the conversation. She's not in the conversation enough. And this Carolina Herrera stunned for me. I'm with you, Kym. I think that she could have just went without the necklace. The beautiful detailing on the gown was enough.
It was.
I feel like we don't even need anything on the neck. It should have just been bare skin. But other than that, I think it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
We have next Julia Fox in a Palabra.
Yes, this is gorgeous. It looks like on this gown that there is like just bundles of beautiful hair just encamped and just embodying this gown. It is such a fun, playful moment, I think, for Vanity Fair. Now, are they dancing at Vanity Fair? I mean, I remember going to Vanity Fair a few years back, and it was a little uptight.
I mean,
I think in some moments it got fun.
Baby,
but
Nikki
a good time.
Nikki and Cardi was scrapping at Vanity Fair.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the perfect gown for her. She looks like she's having a ball. Now, I don't know what the hair is doing. I was a little concerned about the hair on her head, but the hair on the gown, gorgeous.
I hated every moment of this look. It's the trash. Now let's talk about how I'm a whole professional hairstylist, darling. And one thing I cannot stand is hair incorporated into clothes. Stop making hair clothes. It makes me itch. It just makes me want to go take a shower.
Can I go back to a hair show?
It's a hair show, mother.
I'm sorry.
The hair on top of her head was horrific. The makeup was horrific. The dress looked like they pulled her out of a swamp, and she just found her way onto the red carpet. I hated every moment of it. Next, we have Lizzo and Christian Siriano.
Lizzo, give me your weight loss secrets, girl. You turned it, Lizzo. We give you I give you an applause.
I give you all the applause, darling. We have to cheers to Lizzo.
Okay, cheers to Lizzo.
Lizzo is my fellow Taurus, darling. As she came, she showed that there's no gray area with a Taurus, darling. We're either all the way in or all the way out. And baby, she's all the way into that diet. That body looks astounding. And I love that she didn't lose her curves. Let's talk about another Christian Siriano moment.
Christian Siriano
that has
busy.
slayed this red carpet. He did not display these clothes well on that runway, but baby, they showed up at the red carpet and they showed out. But let's talk about how Chrissy Teigen just wore this dress, though, to the Grammys.
This very same dress.
So I'm a little still in a way that Lizzo's team, as high-end as Lizzo is, that she would wear a dress after Chrissy. But let's talk about how Lizzo slayed it out the ballpark, darling.
Is it Chrissy's gown?
It was at the Grammy.
The same gown?
The same exact gown. But Chrissy couldn't walk in it. But Lizzo slayed in it. Let's talk about this body and this dress, the proportions, the hair, the makeup. Lizzo is a fashion girl. She gets it every time.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. And next we have Zoe Saldana in another Saint Laurent.
Oh, I thought she was at Dancing with the Stars. Because this is definitely giving me Oh, this is Vanity Fair?
Vanity Fair, darling.
Oh, no, this is definitely a Dancing with the Stars moment. I really thought she was in a samba competition with this piece. I just cannot believe that her team would do this to her. I mean, is she giving me a step 1, 2, 3 kickball chain?
Baby.
Why is she in this gown?
Why is she in this two-piece? It's not even a gown, baby. It's a skirt, a top of the belt. So let's talk
pantyhose.
And pantyhose, darling. Let's talk about Saint Laurent being such an iconic house and always slaying the red carpets. For them to send this to Zoe Saldana to wear on the red carpet, I am floored.
For her to agree.
This was her night. She won the Oscar. She broke history. So you gave us one bad look at you turned around and gave us two. This skirt is horrendous. This top looks like she's going to the grocery store. What is she going to buy, milk and eggs? Like, I am confused on why Zeldana is at the Vanity Fair in this horrific look. Saint Laurent, absolutely not.
I blame her. You got to learn to say no.
You got to learn to say no, darling. Next we have Lindsay Lohan and Balenciaga.
Lindsay, I am so glad. This is clean.
Oh, my God.
Clean.
Oh,
clean. She looks beautiful.
So let's talk about Lindsay Lohan as an it girl from my era, darling. I'm not going to tell my age, but I was definitely in high school when the Olsen twins and Lindsay Lohan was slaying all over California in the Bohemian, Birkins, and everything else. So to see Lindsay back, refreshed and renewed like this is absolutely a moment. She has always been an it girl. This white dress is stunning. The emerald diamonds around her neck with this white sequin gown. Balenciaga knocked it out the ballpark.
Absolutely. I thought that this also is a moment for her. I feel like because she is now back on the red carpet, I'm coming back in white.
And she has reclaimed her throne, darling. She's been an it girl since she was young, and Lindsay ate that up. Next, we have Zoe Kravitz and YSL.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you comment.
Okay.
Again,
I know it's too much for you. So for many, it may be too much, but for me, it is a design dream. Now, if you're going to be sexy and show a beautiful body, I love that it's done so effortlessly.
Okay.
The cut of the back of that dress and the beautiful crystallized sheer going in the buttocks and the back is just stunning. And then when you get to the front, it's all covered up in clothes. I mean, that's a fashion moment in time. 20 years from now, that will be an iconic moment. I lived. Next, we have Halle Berry in another prediction. Designer I told you to look out for. George's Chakra. This moment was such a great moment coming off her high from the Oscars, coming to Vanity Fair. Maybe it's 8.
It was incredible. I mean, definitely the texture mixes.
Yes.
It was just a stunning representation of this designer.
Oh my goodness. I think it is so fashion forward. It's kind of giving me a Matrix feel. It's so glamorous and modern at the same time. It's just fresh. I love the white with the silver. Everything about it was 10s across the board. Holly just stole the night away.
Yes.
Next we have Teyana Taylor, the Slayer, and Laquan Smith.
Oh, Teyana Taylor can never go wrong for me. I mean, I think this red showed just the beauty of her body. I mean, did they just pour her into this red piece? I mean, it was just... Now, if we're going to go Dancing with the Stars, because it is a little playful, she won that competition.
Yes.
This is gorgeous on her.
Yes.
And again, it's gothic. It's a red gothic piece.
The dress on that body first of all, when you have that body, it's hard to really do anything wrong. But I love that the young girls are celebrating their bodies.
They are.
And Teyana Taylor is giving me an archival, vintage Toni Braxton moment.
Yes.
Toni Braxton was the first to come with that short hair and giving body on the red carpets. And Teyana Taylor is keeping that visual alive. And I lived for every moment. The color was dead on, the body was dead on, the hair is dead on. Baby, she ate us alive on that red carpet in that red gown.
And did.
Next, we have Rita Ora in Prada.
Oh, Rita, this is stunning. I love an eggplant gown.
Oh,
I just always feel like it just says I'm in charge.
Can we
There's
talk
something
about
very regal about it.
Can we talk about, I want to see this color more. This color is so royal. It's so shocking. It's so feminine. It's so powerful. And I felt like it done in that velvet fabric, that crushed fabric was absolutely stunning. And her hair color just knocked it out the ballpark. That bronzy brunette brown with that purple that's fashion.
Well, you know, this is a color that I always suggest on clients who actually are looking to step up their makeup color. If you add a little bit of this plum to the eyes, it really makes the chocolate eyes dance. So I always tell the client, listen, if you want to dance around with a little color and you have a chocolate eye, chocolate hair, put a little plum. It just really makes you look just stunning.
She is a sex siren, and I live for every moment. Mm-hmm. Next, we have Selena Gomez and Armani Privé, darling.
Armani Privé did it with this one.
Baby.
If you're going to do a sequin gown, then this is the design.
Liquid.
It's liquid.
It's liquid.
It's black. It's giving fat love shoe.
It's giving black diamond. It's giving black diamond.
It's giving old school fat love shoe, baby. It's just look wet.
It is wet. It is beautiful. It movement. It is so rich. Selena Gomez is our new Hollywood girl. She's our new Hollywood glamour girl. And to be in a Armani Privé just this effortlessly, that is money, that is wealth. I mean, it's just not much more you can say. When she showed up, she just let us know that the girls are here.
Absolutely.
Yes. Next, we have Lena Situations in Ash Studio.
I didn't like this gown. I wasn't sure about it. I maybe it was the twiggy hair that threw me off with this gown. I just felt like she had on a lot of things at once. Mm-hmm. So I need a little more of a reference point. School me on this one.
And I'm a fashion girl. And normally I love a couture cut. I love a couture way about design. But the circle around the boob is for what? It's just what?
I just didn't get it.
She looks like a statue standing outside of a building. She looks like she's telling us to go a certain direction. I just don't like the dress.
She looks like she might be part of somebody's logo.
Like yes.
Like this is I figure it out.
And her hair is
Starbucks lady on the scarf.
Yes.
It's like this is white.
And her hair is even worse. On to the next.
Okay.
Next we have Rosalie in another Polaria gown.
This gown was stunning to me. I thought it was very beautiful. I love the layers of the fabric. I love how it laid on her. I also loved her shoe. Yes. I thought her shoe was very beautiful and soft and dainty.
Yes.
What I did not like, however, again, what is going on with the makeup and hair?
Yes.
The makeup and hair, the hair was too dark.
Yes.
This beautiful, soft, subtle gown.
Yes. And let's talk about how you have to be an it girl. You have to have it in you, not on you, to wear that dress.
You do.
That dress is so next level. I dreamt about it all night. That dress woke me up out of my sleep, Kym. I mean, I woke up in sweats, darling. This dress is astounding. And like you said, that hair being that thick and that dark and that makeup being that washed out is just so devastating because that dress could have went all the way to the fashion heavens. This is a moment. And the hair and the makeup just kicked it back down.
It did.
Like, I'm just so sad about it. Like, style teams, we have to work together. We have to make the entire look be cohesive.
She looks like a fallen angel.
She looks like a fallen angel. On to the next. Next, we have Cynthia Erivo and Vivienne Westwood. So I'm going to take a sip first, Kym, for this next one because this one is shattering my heart a little bit.
No, I think this is what we needed for the angelic look.
Okay, so we have...
She was floating, she was gliding, she was cascading. It was giving me angel. I love this look. The only thing I did not like about this look was the black shoe.
And the thing about it is, I live for Vivienne Westwood. She's one of my top greats. Vivienne Westwood has a style, has a look. It's very gothic and it's very glamorous and it's very romantic. Yes. But everything about this was horrific. Cynthia, being that girl, can carry everything. And nobody thought that was coming. But she looks like she's wrapped in toilet tissue. Cynthia looks like she is at the baby shower playing, wrap the baby around the stomach, the toilet tissue around the stomach. I hate everything about this look. But let me tell you what she gonna slay is the Louboutin every time. Well, and she gonna walk a Louboutin every time.
What can we at least?
She gonna do a 120. She gonna do a ballet. She gonna do a Louboutin every time, and she storms it. But the dress is unforgivable. I don't like it.
Do we have to go toilet tissue?
It's wrapped.
Well, it's fancy.
It's a fancy wrap.
It's a fancy wrap.
It's Chanel toilet tissue, but it's bad. Next we have Doja Cat in another custom Balmain.
Doja Cat.
Oh, yes, darling.
Did Doja get a hair touch-up before she came out to the Vanity Fair party? Because I'm still stuck back at Oscars.
Yes.
I wanted her to have a different hair look. However, I do think that this gown could have worked. I'm going to say no.
Okay, so come in, guys. Come in for this.
Close.
Because we're about to go to school. Get your pads out. Style teams. This is where the new era, to me, is starting to get lazy. We think that we can pull these top looks off the runway, these archives. We throw it on the stylists, we throw it on the celebrities, and then they show up, and it's like, oh, it's amazing, it's an archive, oh, it's expensive, it's this, that. But it comes a time where we have to start making things brand new. And this Balmain dress is so amazing and so next level. Just like her first Balmain, that headpieces all night would have took her into the stratosphere, darling. If she would have had a headpiece on with this dress, just like that first dress, she would have been an icon of 2025 Oscars, right? We would have been looking at it 20 years from now. It would have been an archival moment. And for them to leave these dresses with her hair just washed away and just boring like that, it's devastating, Kym, because it needs to be completed. Do you see this look up close? It needs to be completed. That dress is top tier.
It's top tier, but it was something again.
Because the hair and the makeup has fallen short.
It fell short.
Imagine her with a good old wicked hat or a good old centerpiece coming down or a good old veil or something should have took the art there to me. And
Absolutely.
I just feel like it's just like she put the dress on and came out.
I agree. I would have to agree with you.
And this is where the style teams are falling short. We have to finish these looks. We have to finish the look.
There's more.
There's more.
That's the message in this.
There's more.
And then here we have more.
And then we have more. Next we have Kelly Rowland and Stefan Roland.
Can we talk about how Kelly is an it girl on this runway? In the last 3 years, Kelly has shown us that motherhood and being a wife and being an icon in the music industry has paid off. It looks like she is settled in who she is. She looks very confident. This plunging neckline is the epitome of beauty and grandeur. I love the shoulders. I love the hemline. It is just stunning on her. And this white at night at Vanity Fair, bravo to Kelly and her team.
Okay, so let's just talk about how Kelly Rowland, coming from Destiny's Child, is like coming from the Supremes, darling, okay? She is keeping the momentum.
Yes.
This is what we want from Destiny's Child. She shows up, she shows out every time. It is glam, it is rich, it is luxurious. It is a goddess of brown skin. This is where fashion is going.
Yes.
This is where fashion should be. This is where a woman that literally can walk in a room and needs no one and knows style and knows grace lives in a moment like this. This look just blew me away. It's breathtaking.
And I wanted to also mention that it's very hard to do jewelry on both arms.
Yes.
You have to literally have the longest most beautiful arms to do it. And I love jewelry on both.
So let's piggyback on what I just talked about with Doja Cat. This is a girl that's been in the game long enough to know the look needs to be completed.
That's right.
Because this dress would not have sustained without the jewelry on the arms.
Yes.
Those bracelets is what took the bohemian chic beauty of this dress and the cut of those shoulders to the next level. And that is a stylist that is thinking and is moving forward. And this is the moments that we need on the red carpet. We need completion. We need a full look.
Absolutely. And I want to say finally about this look, I love how she held the bag. The bag did not outdo the look because so many people put that bag out front and I know they want to spotlight that bag. But if you notice that bag literally has the silhouette of her shape. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
That's what happens when you've been running the stilettos at Ivy Park since you was 10 years old.
That far.
Yeah, they were very well trained.
Yes, honey.
And on to Kim Kardashian and Balenciaga. So I have to have a drum roll with my stiletto for this moment, darling, before I get into it. The red bottom got to roll on this one, baby. Because when I tell you that Kim Kardashian listened, and this is the moment I have been waiting for. I have been waiting in the wing, waiting for Kim to come and blow us away. And this moment is one of Kim Kardashian's greatest moments of all times. For you to be a Kardashian and to have literally been a cultural icon for your style and your beauty, this is how you come at this moment. This is the makeover that I need Mary J to have. Not in a simplistic way, but just a whole new look.
Yes.
This is a whole new era for Kim. This dress is so beautiful. The square cut on that boob with that beautiful oiled down skin, the hair pulled back, giving you nothing but face and glam, the minimal jewelry, the fact that the dress was a big blowout in the front and was a bodycon in the back. This was a collab with Kim and Balenciaga made in heaven. This is one of my favorite Kim Kardashian looks of all times. This is what I want to see when you're sitting on top and you've made your coin and you've done your due and you've worked hard. This is how you show up, darling.
I have nothing left to say.
Yes.
All my Kims need to lean in.
Lean in.
Take notes.
Lean in.
And beware. Kim has been restored, revived, and renewed.
Restore, darling. I crown you, darling. We live. And last but not least is Olivia Rodrigo and Roberto Cavalli. So what is your thoughts?
I don't have many thoughts about this.
You don't?
I don't. I think that it's a fun gown for a party.
Okay.
I just don't think that it's a gown. It doesn't give me gown. It just gives me date night. It's a date night dress. I don't feel like it's Vanity Fair.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion.
Okay. So this is my moment that I'm having another moment with the style teams.
Okay.
It's incomplete.
Yes,
it's not done. The dress is absolutely amazing. This is a new world of Roberto Cavalli. The cut of it, the shape of it, the structure of that leather, that neckline, the straps on the neck and the structure is absolutely top tier. But guess what would have brought it out?
What's that?
An over-large neckline.
Oh.
If she would have had jewelry that was draping all the way down from the top of her neck all the way down to the middle of that dress, some drama, something that was going to take it there. I want a rocker moment. I want a rocker glam moment. Where are the gloves? Where are the bracelets? Where is the jewelry? This is not a dress that you make naked. This is not a simplistic moment for me. I feel like the fact that they gave her this beautiful structured leather Roberto Cavalli, who is known for a rocker style, and not give her a fur with it, jewels with it, spikes with it,
black nails
with it. I would have even loved a spike Louboutin.
That would
the 120s with all spikes coming out with a spike neck. Where is the innovation, Kim?
I think that people are just landing on simplicity. And again, it's lazy.
It's lazy.
Simplicity sometimes equals
it's lazy. It's lazy. And here at Fashion Savages, we are here to push you, bring us back to glam, bring us back to fashion, dollar. We live for the moments. Style teams, we love you. Y'all are doing good, but you're going to have to elevate. It's time to elevate. It's time to push it forward. And that is why we are here at Fashion Savages. And that was us digesting all of last night's immaculate red carpet. We had so much fun with you.
Yes, we did.
My good girl, Mary Kym. I love so much. The glam team had to come to you tonight to digest all of these fashions, darling, from hair to makeup. You know, we live for this.
We live for this, and this moment will be one. Listen, when you have these moments, these red carpet moments, I feel like you need to go back to these archives and watch Fashion Savages.
Absolutely. I have enjoyed y'all so much this season. This season was very special to me because I feel like I really have come into my own giving you myself this season, Kym. And I feel that, you know, God has been just right here on the shoulder, just letting me know that this is my purpose and this is what I need to bring to the people. And I just hope that you all just take everything that we say here and you just bottle it up and you make yourself better. And I just want y'all to create a community, a fashion community with us. Fashion Savages as a community. Start commenting, share. Let us know what else you want to know. It's so many things. Fashion never sleeps, darling, and neither do we.
That's right. And I'm glad about this. And I want to talk more about your new name.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a new horizon for you with this new name because you predicted all these looks last month.
So I literally have chills, Kym. The thing is, that's the beauty of God. So I set out to just kind of give you my archival education behind fashion and just my love for style and beauty and fashion, all to now that I'm documenting it, seeing how it all comes to fruition. Like literally, I hit the mark and now I am literally forecasting fashion. Yes. And so I feel like we have so much more to share.
We do.
And so much more to come. We love you here, Fashion Savages. We'll see you next time.